Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and LaMelo Ball are just a few names of those who found success without the exploitation of the NCAA and college sports. James Wiseman is the only name you need to hear to know that it is evident that change is desperately required. To reflect on the dark episode of the potential #1 pick, James Wiseman was punished with a 12-game suspension by the NCAA as his family accepted $11,500 in moving expenses from Memphis coach Penny Hardaway in 2017. Although Hardaway did not become the head coach until 2018, he also donated $1 million to Memphis University in 2008. Hardaway also attended the University of Memphis in the 1990s. Although his contributions to the University of Memphis, he was still labeled as a booster. Wiseman was soon notified that to regain his eligibility, he would have to pay back the money given to him. But guys, it is important to note that the NCAA does not allow its athletes to have any type of income during the season. Wiseman was not even allowed to access the GoFundMe page produced by ESPN's Jay Williams. Wiseman quickly realized that regaining his eligibility became an impossible task as the stress and anxiety ate away at his mental well-being. James Wiseman came to Memphis, the undisputed #1 pick in the 2020 NBA draft, but he left the University of Memphis a controversial top 10 pick, as teams are now given a second thought as if they should take Wiseman with their valuable pick. The NCAA displayed how inconsiderate and ill-mannered they handled this situation. Things have to change. Although you may be asking yourself, hey man, I love college basketball. March Madness is my favorite time of year. That point is valid. In fact, some of your favorite players have played in college basketball, and the rich history of the legendary players that participated in the NCAA tournament is very enticing. Some rookies of the 2019 draft, such as Zion Williamson and Ja Morant, have reaped the benefits of what comes along with the NCAA. Before Zion was catching college bodies, he was dunking on little Alex Caruso's. Zion was a for sure top 3 pick at the beginning of last year prior to his Duke debut. He then quickly rose to the #1 pick as his combination of size, speed, and agility went unmatched. Ja Morant went under the radar for most of the year at Murray State, but his spectacular skill set led the way to the NCAA tournament. The tournament is actually where he displayed his art of basketball on a larger canvas for the world to see. This locked him in for the #2 pick. To be honest, the NCAA system works, but it is intensely morally corrupt, and the area for improvement is tremendous. With the diverse options we have available and even more emerging in 2020, the exploitation of college basketball is easily avoidable. With the NBA G League, we have the Euro League as well as the NBL, the Australian League, are just a couple of names. Not only do young overseas prospects make significantly a more amount of money than college athletes, but they also face tougher competition. Honestly, could overseas basketball be better for player development? Well, I'll tell you that Luka Doncic is a huge supporting factor, as he played for Real Madrid for 4 years before entering the NBA draft. During those years, Luka had the time to refine his skill set playing against grown men. Doncic's development of his patented smooth step-back jumper could be attributed to his constant shooting over larger defenders. Luka Doncic came into his second season and took his already established game to another level, as he was an early MVP candidate this year and became a first-time All-Star. Now, LaMelo Ball started his overseas adventure at 16 as his father LeVar Ball pulled him out of high school. Unknowingly, it was a blessing in disguise, as Melo started his journey in Lithuania and ended it in Australia. In his short stay with the Illawarra Hawks, LaMelo Ball left a significant impact on the league as he won Rookie of the Year, averaging 17 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 6.8 assists, and became the youngest rookie to get a triple-double. He even purchased the Illawarra Hawks after departing early due to a foot injury. Imagine playing for an organization and buying the same team within a year? That's insane. The creativity and shiftiness that LaMelo brings to the game is unique for a prospect of his age. Since 16 years old, LaMelo has always played against grown men and found himself assembling a variety of different ways to score the ball. Melo had the option to enter college, but decided to develop his skills to a level that would send Michael Jordan back to the gym. Alright, so recently I know most of you are aware that California has signed a law allowing college students to profit from endorsements. Cali has laid the red carpet for the rest of America to follow through. These kids deserve to get a bag just as much as you. They don't all make it to the league. I know, you guys are probably asking yourselves, NBA Addict, where's the hard-hitting facts? This sounds like all opinion. Don't worry, buddy, I got you. So the average salary for an overseas EuroLeague player is about $60,000 to $100,000 a year. But the top players can earn anything up to $2 million to $5 million a year. And what do college athletes make around annually? Yep, that's right, zero. Alright, now for the NBL, you could make up to $146,000 a year. They said LaMelo Ball was making around $100,000 when he played over there. Now for the G League, they had just raised their salaries, so now you can now make $125,000 if you're one of the top G League players. Alright, the G League actually had a record 60 call-ups from NBA teams in 2018 and 2019.